I have a new guest today. How awesome is that? Do you want to introduce yourself?
My name is Joseph McFecteridge. I'm here to discuss MMYSA, which is the Menominee Marinette Youth Soccer Association that's coming up this 2025 season.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit about the soccer association. Like, how long has it been? Do you know how
Over
long
30 years.
Really?
It's been going on since I believe it was I want to say it was in the 80s that it started as the M&M Fusions.
Okay.
And sometimes the name is still corresponded with the MMYSA.
Okay.
I wasn't around for all of that, but I did have friends that played in the leagues back in the day, like 20 years ago when we were in high school. Long time
ago.
And then, about 10 years ago, I started coaching my oldest, who's a senior this year, and he's been playing since 2012, 2014, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So.
My daughter was in soccer for about 4 years, and then she's just like, I don't like it anymore. Like, you do what you want to do. She chose basketball, so.
Oh, rough.
I know.
Oh, soccer's so much more fun.
Why? Why is it so much more fun?
Picture this. You're watching an NFL game, right? They play for 3 hours, but there's only movement for roughly 45 to 60 minutes of that. Commercial, half times, things like that. No. Soccer is a continuous thing. If you watch it like on the MLS or if you watch the World Cup, so much more fascinating.
Wow.
And you would think that there's a lot of injuries in football because they have that false sense of security with the gear. But you look at like rugby players, they're hurting, but there's still more injuries in football. Oh. And when you watch soccer, some of the kicks that these guys get to the head and the gruesomeness, and it's amazing to me. I love it.
A lot of European people play. And who was it? Stewart used to play. The singer, Rod Stewart. He used to play soccer or football, and he was very, very good at it. So to be a performer instead of a soccer player.
We had a LS player, Brian Anderson, coached Marinette one season.
Really?
We did not really have the attitude for it. We kind of pissed him off a little bit.
Oops.
He lived in Menominee off of 14th Street. It was like, wow, this is cool. And he was a lot of back problems, and so he ended up retiring early and whatnot, and that kind of puts a damper on your back.
It does. But, I mean, as long as you get a good board and a good crew, and usually they'll work out pretty good.
Right now, for the years of the board members that we have at MMYSA, they're phenomenal. Every single one of them, we all work well together. We all have abilities. Sometimes we overlap, but for us to make sure that we got this thing done, we want to help each other. That's the whole point. We're always looking for volunteers. We're always looking for new coaches. We're always looking for from the outside to bring us new ideas, what we can do better. We're always looking at pros and cons. 12 months out of the year, and we don't get nothing out of it.
It's all volunteering.
But the best thing that we could ever get out of this is when it looks at the season and says, why our coach next year? It's like, we can't pick. That's why there's draft nights. They're flipped upside down. We draw names around a round table discussion of what our expectations are supposed to. But when you were the best coach I've ever had, it
is rewarding. I mean, because you don't really hear that often from,
There's one of our board members. She has a daughter up in Crivets. Season, and that was one of my first seasons coaching. That if I wasn't her coach that season, she would have been dead a long time ago. That was almost 10 years ago.
Oh my God.
And even to this day, her mom even tells me, she goes, she looks up to you. And I'm like, this is no money. There's no value.
But that value is far greater.
Priceless. And when you walk downtown or walk in all the neighborhoods or you go to schools to pick your own kids, they're walking up and saying, hey, coach, even the season's done. They're still calling you coach. Oh, man. It's a warm, tingly feeling of it.
I know.
And it's so hard to step away from that program. With you having the boards and the coaches, the ones that want a difference.
Right.
It's
whatever, I know. I get it. So how do people go about signing up for it? Is it open now?
It's open right now.
Okay.
January 1st through February 28th is when we started open registration.
Okay.
We do have 2 selective dates. That week be February 5th and February 19th. They are walk-in dates from 5 to 6:45. What we'll do is we will have laptops set up as much as we possibly can get, whether it's a personal or whether it's part of the organization, and we will assist whoever needs help sign.
Nice.
And so we'll sit down with you for as we can. If you can't do it, financial aid is available. We can extend the date. We're trying not to much to get into March.
Yeah.
Because that's the critical time for us as a board between January through, because the league, we can't start until March 1st or May 1st, excuse me. And then once May starts, we have pictures, we have practices, and then games the first week of June. So for us board members, I mean, VP, they're running ragged all the time. They're helping out. The treasurer, she's helping out. They're going on. And these, it's like for these 4 particular individuals, the president, VP, the secretary, the treasurer, and they have full-time jobs themselves on a personal level. And it's just like any other organization, but they're passionate. They love them. I love these people. All 4 of them are amazing.
That's so cool that you can, you know, where you have that diversity of these people, but you come together for a common.
There's no insults. There's no fighting. There's no animosity.
Wonderful.
It's all there.
Was
You need help
getting
with
in the
this? Oh, absolutely. Season's done. We still talk. So.
That's awesome. That's so cool. So sign up.
So you can go to mmysa.org. Or do a quick Google search onto it, and it'll bring you to a Blue Sombrero website. Like information on that one, I can post it online later on. And then they'll just the parents' account first, and then they'll register the children into that account.
Gotcha.
We've kept the prices as low as we can for a long time, and price changed.
How
It's
much
still
is it now?
it's like $60.
Oh, that's not bad.
There's small fees that you would put on using like a credit card or debit
Yeah.
card. It's pretty typical nowadays, and that sucks. But there's
Is there a button to press like you can line?
I'm trying to remember because the wife's the run the rights. I have a different account set up because of an admin position. But yes, you would go onto the website. You would register your parents' account. It'd be underneath their name, and then you would register your children sizes.
Yeah, because you guys got to get out and everything.
We got to get the jerseys, the color socks, everything, all the papers made up for the coaches, clinic, and things. It's troubled times, but Joy wouldn't be doing this no more. And the
Exactly.
organization, if we would have years ago, it wouldn't be no more.
Well, you'd end up like some of the other on that.
They start up and a couple years they're gone, and it sucks. And we don't want that.
You know,
there are people that are part of the board right now that have timed out. It's already been out of the league for years.
Oh yeah.
The program fall. They want to keep going. I admire that.
Yeah. Well, so how long do they have before they can they like say they didn't register right away, but they want to play? Can they do that on those dates to come in and sign up and whatnot? Like
So-
on that day?
Wednesday
Wednesday
nights. Yep.
Okay.
This is the 5th and the 19th.
Okay. Show up and said, "Hey, I want my son or daughter wants to play. Would you allow to, go through the?"
Yes. Anybody between the ages of 14
Okay.
can play in this.
Wonderful.
So it's a young age. Right now we have 6 divisions. We have an division which is U6, U10, U6, U8, and U10, and they play on smaller fields.
Right.
They play on the university field by the old Pullman building, I believe it is,
Yeah.
or Riverside Pools.
Yep.
Then we have, because of changing some fields, we've played at the Marinette,
Oh,
at the
yeah.
old Lauerman field,
Yeah.
and just recently, which was kind of cool. But we played out there before,
Yeah.
the high school district.
Why don't you guys try on the turf?
That's a different story. That's been discussed, not really feasible, especially during the summertime.
Bummer.
And we got a bunch of kids going on. We play games Monday. Obviously, there the entire night. Leave our jobs
Right.
from 4 o'clock until 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. We're on the fields Monday through Thursday. And then we stripe the fields Friday, Sunday as much as we can, as long as the rain or weather permits. The central division, then, the older kids, we have a U12, U15, and a U18. And that's where the older kids are at the high school soccer fields, near the JV field, or the back 40. So those are much bigger, ranging up feet in length and about 120 wide.
At the field house, the UW house, they have all that green space.
We have 4 fields that go down there. We have 2 U8 fields.
Okay.
We are trying to contemplate the idea of adding more fields to that. Fortunately, there's a lot of low-end areas that if once
Oh yeah.
it rains, even puddling, and that
Right.
becomes a problem. And we don't want to destroy it. We release it, we borrow the land as we can, we cut the grass. If the field is just not adequate enough for these, they're young.
It's still.
They're not a soccer
No.
ball. They're going to find the puddle and they're going to jump.
Exactly.
What will 6,
Oh.
7, 8-year-olds do?
I tried to get my son to play soccer when he was age.
Sure.
And then he sat on the floor or the grass and started picking flowers.
Dandy.
Oh yeah, that's all he did. He enjoyed him.
Good.
But all right, you guys got it. Well, you got to come back again next time. Bring Jenna. We'll have a good old time.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. So I just want to recap the dates, the sign up, and the cost, and where they can go.
Sure. So NSA.org would be the website, or be going to sombrero.com, and you'll follow us. Register your accounts. Open registration online is from January 1st. We do have walk-in registration day with the online that you can come to the Dawn University, and that'll be February 5th and February 19th,
Okay.
and that'll be from 5:30 to 6:30.
And you'll be in the back party.
Past the bowling lanes and the
Yep.
bar area and the restaurants, the bathrooms, you make a left-hand turn. There's party,
Right.
and that will be staged. And we'll be there beforehand, and we stay afterwards, make sure everything's off. This time may end at 6:45. They're 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Well, conversations, things that you're going to do or not do, or all that good stuff. It's just, you got to do it.
Get these kids that aren't doing anything to.
Yeah.
We
Get them away from the games and TV.
That's even
and,
right, going to the electronics, but different story.
yeah.
So as far as the cost, $60 per kid.
Okay.
If you have more than 3 kids that get registered, we max out at $180.
Oh, okay.
But there are some fees where extras. If you want an extra jersey or extra socks,
Oh, yeah.
there is a small fee for when you're using any type of plastic card, credit, debit card online that you're going to use. So like I said, we've kept the price as low as we can for as long as we can. There's no profit for us. There's not.
No, I mean, it's just, it circulates right back into
Right
the
back
next
into the
year.
Yep, goes
However
right
you-
back in the organization.
Yeah.
Goes right into the equipment that the tasks that we have to complete, everything. So
Wow. Well, it sounds like you guys are pretty well organized.
for the most part, yeah, we are. We're pretty good.
You know, we see that sometimes. So, and that's
There's a lot of praise coming from people that came from, especially right now with more integrating into our society.
right.
That even expressed to our president that they've run into organizations for years that have not handled themselves very well, but then they get up here and they absolutely love it.
I know.
They love it. And I'm like,
I know.
perfect.
It's great.
You're gonna always have those. You're gonna always have people that are talking, on the other side. But you know what?
Yeah, it happens.
Right now, it is one of the better we have in this area.
Wonderful. That's wonderful. There's so many options. Children with the sports and choosing the soccer, I think that's very cool.
Especially when the sports start,
yeah.
baseball or football starts, whatever, maybe
Yeah.
your field. There's kids who are like, yeah, I'm done with soccer. Like, it's fun, but it's not really like high school where you have a rating system where we're gonna be, we're gonna be world champions. They're the Central Division at the end of the season.
Oh, nice.
But it's still, they can have fun. Go out there and try a front flip on the sidelines
Yeah.
for,
Oh,
get
heck
excited about it. Go out there and play the game.
They should watch old soccer shows and how they did it and bouncing off the head and the knees and whatever else.
Even just playing the soccer itself,
Oh.
you're giving them.
Things they need to know.
When I'm doing these things, it's an indirect training site. You're teaching their bodies to play the game of soccer, but teaching their minds to well society
Oh, yeah.
and benefit not just but for anybody else that you come in
yeah.
contact.
Absolutely. I think everybody all those changes. We were rambunctious and getting into. And,
Yes, I remember those days.
Sometimes I don't, but then you hit your 30s and it's like, okay, well, we're having kids and
Why'd you have to go?
you're in your 30s. I'm in the 40s. So yeah, it's very interesting to see like yourself. You think once you're older and you want to help and give back is what you were like in your 20s. So I think it's good that everybody gets involved in things.
Absolutely.
Well,
even if you don't succeed, just do it a couple more years.
Yeah.
You in an empty spot is better than having an empty spot.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. All right. Well, for popping in and
thank you for
telling
having
us
me.
all about the soccer. And listeners, if you are interested in children for soccer, you can go on their website or and type in American Association, or you can jump in on February 5th and February. So
5:30 to 6:45
5 to 6:45. Where is it going to be held at?
at the Dome University.
Yeah, that's right, at the Dome. All right. Well, guys, I'm going to sign off. I might see you again in a few minutes, so hang tight.